Now, for the taste test. Wow, that's fucking amazing. That is fucking amazing. Now, I bring you all here today because Marquett Davon Burton, he threatened my life. Uh, and some things I don't take kindly. I don't take kindly to threats. I don't take kindly to anybody that steals money from me. Marquett Davon Burton has stole $1,500 from me. And over the course of, I want to say the last 60 days, we've had a private investigator track Marquett just to understand what type of life he lives. I'll tell you this, Marquett. I know where you live at in Atlanta. I know what room you sleep in. You fuck with the wrong person. And instead of acknowledging what you did and why it was wrong, you chose to double down. Because, like a scammer, they can never reveal the real scam and the real grift. Now, there were a few things about the Marquett situation that was a little bit peculiar to me. And I said to myself, why does this guy never show any of his private homes? See, you went to war with an individual that is a real estate titan, that knows how to figure out information, that knows where to look for information. But more importantly, one of the number one ways for an individual to have their personal information disclosed is when they're arrested. Now, I don't know why Marquett was arrested. I just happen to know that it happened after he scammed me. I don't know why his Cash App was taken down. I just happen to know it was taken down after he scammed me on Cash App. See, these events continuously happen to Marquett. And if you ask him, he doesn't know either. Millionaire Bachelor doesn't know. But what I do know is when a person is arrested, certain public information is released. And I'll leave that there for now. But I want to start at the end of the conversation. Marquett has said that he is a globe-trotting individual. He purchased land, property. And I just want to dig deep. So today's conversation will be digging deep into understanding the type of person that Marquett is. We will be providing substantial evidence that Marquett is completely a scammer. His life is 1,000% made up, but we have to be careful of how we do it. Because if we play too much of his videos, then he's going to give us a copyright strike and try to take the videos down. So we have to make sure that if we play a little bit of the video, it's not for a long time. Oh, because there's a lot of video. There's a lot of photos. There's a lot. Speaking of a lot, this is the package that was received from the private investigator. And boy, there's a lot of fucking pages on this shit. There's a lot of pages. That's what we'll go through for tonight. But before we go through that, I want to, put some things out there, and I want to clear the air about the Millionaire Bachelor enterprise that we're building right now. I want everybody to understand something. When I first came into YouTube, I wanted to make it a crowdsourcing and crowdfunding, meaning that the people that were in the Bachelors, we propelled each other to the top. They push marketing stuff out for me, and I give them a voice. So I wanted to rise, together. But what I started to realize is that doesn't work because people don't respect things that are free. They don't. For a year, I came on YouTube and I gave people completely unfettered access to Millionaire Bachelor. I would allow people to have telephone conversations with me for 60 minutes, 120 minutes, which is 2 hours, and it wasn't respected. So after a while, I said to myself, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to put money into the advertising of Millionaire Bachelor, and this is why you're seeing Millionaire Bachelor brand blow up to the level that it's blowing up at. We were just at 2,000, then 3,000, then 4,000. That's because I'm putting money behind my name. I'm putting money behind a Millionaire Bachelor brand because the thing about a millionaire is he doesn't leave anything up to chance. It's not a discussion of whether Millionaire Bachelor is going to be the greatest YouTuber ever. It's just a matter of when. Because once you take your own destiny into your own hands, the rest is over. So when it comes to my personal time, unfortunately, I will not be lending that out for free. Not anymore. I did that. And I had people that came inside of the Bachelors try to do deception tactics and create false hit pieces against me. And, you know, that makes you, after a while, say, you know what? I don't want to give this time up for free, because I didn't have to. I didn't have to give any of this time up for free, and I did. I would go through and I would read super chats. Not super chats. I would read everybody's chat. Everybody's chat. I would read it. I'm no longer doing that anymore. You want me to read a something that you want to say? You super chat it in. Because Millionaire Bachelor has been taken advantage of for a whole entire year. You guys sat there and you watched somebody dox me. You sat there and you watched somebody steal 1,500s from me. You sat there and you watched another YouTuber get online and say that he stole money. Like, you know, enough is enough. Millionaire Bachelor needs to be respected. And I'm not asking for you to respect me. I'm going to demand it. This is now a business. Millionaire Bachelor brand is now a business. I tried to do crowdsourcing and it didn't work because nobody respects anything for free. No problem. Your ass gonna pay for it now. My time is valuable. See, this discussion is not about Marquett and the Satan Center making money from his product. I think that any YouTuber is entitled to make money from their product. The issue is that Marquett, what you're selling is on a faulty foundation. What you're selling is a lie. You are not a self-made millionaire. You have never been a self-made millionaire. What I'm going to show you guys today definitively proves that. Now, we're going to start backwards. Let me see how many people we got in this chat. Okay, we got 46 people in the chat. We're going to start backwards. Marquett Davon Burton pushes this, I'm a boss. I just get it, I buy it. I see it, I want it, I buy it. That's not your life, Marquett. That's my life. That's my life. That's never been your life. And we're going to start at the end. So we're going to start with Atlanta. You told everybody. And I'm going to pull some videos up right now. Because, you know, I want everybody to understand what's going on here. Let me see. Share screen. Make sure I got the right one. Hold on. Oh, okay. Now it's coming up. Ooh. You told people in this video, and again, I have to be careful what I show. You told people in this video that you were purchasing land, that you wanted to purchase land, you wanted to buy land.
As you can see here, it doesn't reach all the way back to this property line.
So you told your whole congregation that you were buying land. But it turns out that was a lie. The property that's in Atlanta, you didn't buy that. The property in Atlanta, and let me get this up because I got to show you people. Give me a second. The property in Atlanta, hold on, give me a second. That's owned by a company called Brookhaven Mountain Retreat, LLC. You don't own anything. And we're going to start at the end because this is the least shocking part about this story. This company, Brookhaven Mountain Retreat, LLC, has been in the business since 2004. That's over 10 years. And they've owned this property since 2004. You, my friend, are in a rental. And a lot of people will say this. Well, even if it is a rental, at least he bought the furniture. I'm sorry to tell you. He didn't do that either. These are the photos on Apartment Finder that shows that Marquett, the one that was on camera stating that he spent all of this money on elaborate furniture, it was actually just a rental. And it came furnished. Because the Brookhaven Retreat LLC, they're actually a retreat company. That's why the whole entire place is furnished. You have videos of him saying that he flew here to get this elaborate furniture. But the reality is, you didn't. This furniture was provided. And how do we know the furniture was provided? Well, it says right here. In the fucking and I found this on Apartment Finder after the PI told me about it. It says it right here. It says everything about the property and how it's fully furnished. You paid for nothing, my friend. And again, this is the least damning piece of evidence that I have. And I put it up long enough so you guys can get a screenshot of it. This guy is and has always been a scam artist. Let's backtrack. You told everybody how you wanted to purchase land. You didn't specifically state that you didn't buy the land, but we all know you didn't. You did a video in which you said, welcome home to everybody that was there, but in reality, it's not your home. You made it seem like you purchased all of this furniture, you flew and you paid all of this money, but in actuality, you didn't. You just rented the place from a company that's a retreat company. They specialize in doing retreats. That's why the whole entire place was furnished. That was a lie. And then I said to myself, this guy is a next level scammer. And the thing about scammers like him, they don't like to tell what they haven't done. They just kind of gloss over it. They don't say anything about it. But we figured you out, and we figured out a lot about you. A lot. And honestly, that was the least fucked up thing that we found out about you. The fact that you're a liar, you didn't buy that property, it's not yours, it's owned by a retreat company, and you didn't even buy the fucking furniture. Only thing you did was you went from one couch to another fucking couch. And the only way you were able to do that is through the super chats, and you were able to do that from consultations and a book that you wrote based on a false pretense. Boy, you've been proclaiming to be me this whole time. You've been proclaiming to be a multimillionaire this whole time. And I would not have bought any of this out if you did not go online and say that you robbed me. I knew this information 60 days ago, and I wasn't going to say anything, but you went. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I kind of felt bad for you. Knowing the reality of you and knowing that you had to scam so people can pay you money so you can make any money. See, the most eloquent speakers are individuals that are snake oil salesmen. That's why they're snake oil salesmen, because they can get you to buy shit that you wouldn't otherwise buy. The ability of an individual to talk is nothing more than the ability of an individual to talk. And I don't even think you're great at talking. Everything that comes out of your mouth sounds like bullshit now. Now that I've dealt with you and now that you took money from me. So we backtracked. And we said to ourselves, there's something missing from this story. So the private investigator went back and he looked into a couple of your videos. Namely, I'm going to pull it up. Give me a second. We can cancel out of that. One of your first videos. He dove into one of your first videos, and I'm going to put it on the screen. Give me a second. Oh, because it's about to get hairy. It's about to get very, very hairy. Okay, I think this is it. No, that's not it. Give me a second. Okay. This video. This video in which he had this $37,000 car, because that's how much that car is worth. That car is worth about $37,000 right now. He had this car, and he was going in and out of frame, you know, as if this was his place. And let's play some of the video.
Say, I only date black guys. He actually came on my IG live yesterday. And we were at this all-girls private school hosted dance. Story in my book, The Black Box, class of white America. I have no problem with my own culture. In fact,
Now, again, we can't play too much of the video, but I want you guys to go check that out on your own. But we said to ourselves, who owns that building? Who owns that place that you say is yours? And a lot of people will say, well, how did he say that it was his? Oh, we got more proof. Give me a second. Because I'm leading you guys all up to this so you guys can understand the level of scammer that Marquett actually is. And when it's revealed, you guys are going to say, God damn, this motherfucker is a scammer. Oh, let's share this screen. You can't stop it now, Marquett. We saw this video, and he proclaimed from this video that he was boxing in the back of his own place. Or like any snake oil salesman, he left out those very words. It's actually just the back of the place that you were just looking at. And how does Millionaire Bachelor know that that's the back of the place? Oh, let me show you something. Because it gets very interesting. Hold on one second. How does Millionaire Bachelor know that that's the back of the place? Well, there are photos of it online. We found out who owns the house. Give me a second. Does that look like the same backyard to you? Now, I want all of you guys in the chat right now. I want you to write in the chat who you think owns this house. I want to get your opinion of who you think actually owns this house. I'm going to pause for a second because I want to see what you guys have to say. Who do you think actually owns this house that Marquett has been posing as his in Las Vegas? We already know that the one in Atlanta is not owned by him. It's owned by Brookhaven LLC Retreat. It wasn't even fucking furnished by him. And he got the money from Super Chats. He got the money from scamming you guys off of a faulty foundation. He doesn't have any intelligence of how to build shit because he's never built anything. I want everybody in the chat to let me know, who do you think owns this house? And when I tell you who owns this house, it's going to be the most shocking fucking thing you've ever fucking heard. You let me know. Who do you think owns this fucking house? Oh, everybody's quiet because they're all Satan and Sinner fans. Let me help you out. When Marquett first came on, he said one thing. He said, you know what he said? He said, man, I hire these motherfuckers. An assistant is nothing more than $50,000. That is a great Manhattan. He said an assistant is nothing more than $50,000. It's easy to get. It's easy. This is just utterly ridiculous. Behind every scam artist man is a bottom bitch. Say hello to Marquett's bottom bitch, Bridget, his assistant. And I know a lot of you guys are asking, well, what does this mean? Bridget owns that fucking house. and she purchased it in 2022. His assistant. What type of boss do you know that has an assistant and their assistant purchases the home that they live in? I've never heard of that. Some people might say, well, he just wanted to hide his assets. It's called an LLC. If you want to hide your assets, you want to hide whatever you're doing, you do an LLC. You don't put it in your assistant's name. Marquett has been couch surfing from the very fucking beginning. He's a fucking couch surfer. Can you believe it? The nerve and the gall of this individual. The nerve and the gall of this fucking individual. Can you believe it? And he wanted to go to war with one of the fucking greatest. He wanted to steal and rob from one of the greatest. This is his bottom bitch. Bridget. She owns the house that he's been couch surfing on since he fucking came on the internet. And I know you guys are saying, well, how do you know that there's a connection? Well, first of all, she fucking works for him. And he always says that she's an assistant. But she's not an assistant. She owns that house. And it gets fucking worse. Hold on. Where is this one at? This is the and I just got this from motherfucking Zillow. This is the sell history. The same time that Marquett went to Atlanta is the same time that this bitch listed the house for sale. Wait, where is it? Yeah, they list the house for sale, which was in August. They list the house for August because they're looking for a house in where? Atlanta. Let's pull this up. And also, he's a Democrat. Here it is right here. This is the history. And this is how I know that the house is rented and it's not owned. Because it says it right here. It says listed for rent in the same month, bitch. September, August. So this is how I know you actually fucking that bitch. She ain't your assistant. That bitch is your sugar mama. You've been LOB, living off a bitch since you came on this internet. And you challenged Millionaire Bachelor. You said what you're going to do to Millionaire Bachelor. What the fuck you going to do to me? You can't even make it off of a fucking couch. You can't even make it off of a couch. The black box, everything you've ever created is now in question. You cannot build land on something. You cannot build a building on faulty foundation. You have faulty foundation, my friend. You scammed people and made them think that you had more money than you did. You have nothing. An assistant is only $50,000, but your ass, your assistant, which is crazy, she owns the place that you fucking live in. And I didn't show any addresses because I don't believe in doxing. But you better be fucking lucky I didn't show any addresses. You better be fucking lucky. I showed the documents behind that shit. The place that you've been playing in Las Vegas, that shit is owned by Bridget, your fucking secretary. Who's not your secretary. That bitch is an executive director for a staffing company and makes up to $150,000 a year. Why the fuck would she be your fucking assistant? See, this is the problem. You went to war with motherfuckers that are not intelligent. The worst thing that you can do is go to war with a person that is intelligent and has built everything that he's fucking built. And you know that you have it. You don't know what a monster looks like because you're not one. You're a sneaking, fucking, couch surfing bitch. What boss says, oh, my assistant is, my lover is actually my assistant. You live with her. The house is on the market the same time that you moved to Atlanta, which you had to leave. You had to leave Atlanta because you got robbed. You got robbed. Tell everybody why you got robbed. It's very funny. Every time that somebody fucks with Millionaire Bachelor, some bad shit happens to him. It's really funny. Every single time. You fuck with the real one. Because no, I'm not on the streets with these motherfuckers. I'm on the top. But I come from the streets. And I'm not going to let you play with me. Your whole entire foundation. It's over, Marquett. It's over. That's not your assistant. You've been LOB this whole time. You've been living off of a bitch. It's public record, dumbass. You went to war with somebody that is in real estate, that's been doing real estate for the last 50 years. How smart could you fucking be? You think it's hard for me to find an address and see who fucking owns it? It's actually pretty fucking easy. It's pretty easy. Your career is fucking done. Everybody that watches this understands what I'm saying. You said Bridget was the person that was your assistant. Come to find out, Bridget is the person that owns the house. She paid $826,000 in 2012 for the house. She puts the house on the market the same time that you go to Atlanta. If not anything, at least that's your bitch. If not anything, at least that's your bitch. Why you don't want to claim her? Because she looked like the fucking hunchback of Notre Dame? That's why you don't want to claim that bitch? You got a problem with me? You want to go to war with me? Well, let's fucking do it. I like to go to war. I like to see soft-ass little pussy motherfuckers like you crumble. I love that shit. Because I didn't start this. You did. But now I'm going to end that shit, bitch. Kill shot. It's over. It's checkmate. Your whole entire fucking internet life has been a lie. You have been living off of a bitch. And you're such a slimy, conniving individual that you went after an unattractive woman and you gamed her and you made her do your bidding. We all know she owns the house. And that's what slime balls do. They get a bottom bitch and it's a target. It's a target. And I know that you're pussy because majority of your targets are females. So that means you ain't got no real hands. When a man steps to you, you don't want that problem. You've been telling everybody that you take all these fades. Well, I've never seen Marquett take a fade. I've been asking for a fade for a very long time. Honestly, to tell you the truth, after this video, I'm not even sure I need a fade. Your shit is over. You're done. Your shit is done. That's your bitch. That's your bitch. Hold up. Let's go back to exhibit A. Hold up. It's always that bitch in the camera, behind the camera. That's her in makeup. This her without makeup. That bitch is a Decepticon too. What does that say? And you lucky. I don't want to show her last name because I could. I could show you address, but I don't even want to do that. You know. And anybody else that goes and looks into this information, guess what? Now they know. You're a fucking scam artist. Before photos, before you were boxing, so we know it's Bridget's home. Now that you're in Atlanta, the property is listed for sale. Why? Because that bitch is your bitch. She's going with you. Yeah, you sneak her in late at night, and I know what room you do it in too. So I have the whole layout. When you fuck with an actual millionaire, an actual person that used their brains to get to the top, it's going to be a problem each and every single time. This guy, registered Democrat from Baltimore. Well, not from Baltimore, but he lived in Baltimore for a while. We know everything. And can you believe this motherfucker actually, as the scammer that he is, had a company called Five Fingers? Can you believe this motherfucker actually had a company called Five fucking Fingers? You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. This motherfucker, man. God damn. For those of you that don't understand what this means, five-finger discount is a common saying in impoverished neighborhoods. That means that you're going to steal. And one of the first companies that he set up was called Five Fingers. Wow. Wow. This guy is over. He's cooked. He's done. Okay. Now, I want the bachelors to come in. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link and open the call up for everybody else. I want to hear this. Bachelors, you know what to do. Come on in. I want to hear from the bachelors. Let's take this off the screen. Let's put his bitch photo back on the screen. This is the bitch who owned the house the whole time. Crazy. Crazy how that works. Millionaire Bachelor is the greatest, and I've always been the greatest. And I'm not going to let these little pussies play with me. I'm not going to let any one of these pussies play with me, because let me tell you something, and let's get one thing straight. Millionaire Bachelor is not a street kid that's walking around. Millionaire Bachelor is a real estate mogul that happens to be from the streets. Let's not fuck that up. Let's keep this 100% authentic. You could not come anywhere near me without a motherfucker putting a bullet in you, let alone me wanting to do it myself. So don't play with me, little boy. Little fucking boy. Don't ever play with me. You're fucking with the real. And you better be lucky I don't take this mask off. Because if I took this mask off, somebody got to die. And it ain't going to be me. So you better be lucky this mask is on and not off. We got somebody to the screen. Let me see. Let me make sure I put this here, because a lot of people come and they try to show dicks and stuff like that. So I have to make sure that I put my screen up. All right, let me see. Worldwide?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, absolutely. Is that you, Project?
Yo. Yeah, it's me.
All right. So let me know, Project, what do you think about this situation? What do you think about the fact that Marquett never owned any real estate, and the place that he stayed at actually belonged to his secretary that purchased it for $825,000 in 2020? Does that sound like a secretary to you?
No, not at all. Sounds like the boss.
What say you, Worldwide Bachelor?
No, that's not the secretary. That's a sugar mama. So
What boss
you
do you
gotta,
know that has a sugar mama? Let me put her picture back up. You know, I don't want to do her any justice. Let me see. What type of boss do you know has a sugar mama that looks like this?
oh, I guess you can say what she lacks in looks, she make up for in money.
Ah!
That's a good one.
Ah! Yo, that's crazy. That's wild. What else you guys got? Let me hear. I gotta hear this shit.
Yeah, so for me, before I met MB, I used to be a follower of Marquett, and I was watching Marquett for about like 6 months or years, something around that time frame. And he was telling, us about like all these properties that he owned and stuff like that, you know. And then when MB came along and started exposing him, he exposed that, and that is actually not under his name at all. It's actually in his, boss's name, or the assistant that he likes to call her, but it's really his boss,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The only thing Millionaire Bachelor asks is, hey, man, don't steal money from me. And what does he do? Hold on, let's go share it. Because I want to make sure everybody understands that Millionaire Bachelor didn't pick this fight. Hold on. Let me show you. This was a couple weeks ago. He threatened my life on camera after he got lost, and after he got robbed in Las Vegas and he had to go run from Las Vegas. You threatened my life. That's the fucking dumbest thing ever. Because why didn't you do that when they were robbing you? Why didn't you say anything then? You had the perfect opportunity to say fuck Millionaire Bachelor, but you didn't say that. But hypothetically speaking, because I don't know about anything. But here it is.
Millionaire bachelors requesting the fade after he made you run from Las Vegas. That was crazy. He said made you run from Las Vegas for stealing. I've never. Where's my close-up camera? Never in my entire life have I ever stolen anything. I have robbed a lot. I've robbed a lot of things. You can read in my book. Give me the big camera.
And listen, I gotta tell you, he's true. He is a proficient motherfucker at stealing. It says, hold on. Let me show you. He's very proficient at stealing. Give me a second. The first company that he ever started. Give me a second. We gotta go back to this shit. The first company he ever started was called Five Fingers Ltd. He really got it out the mud, but unfortunately, this time it's not. It's going to end. Unfortunately, this time the end of the road has it. It's now. Unfortunately, this time the whole internet knows that the real millionaire is Millionaire Bachelor and not fucking you. Unfortunately, this time fucking on mid bitches that look like this is not gonna. I mean, come on, how could you be the boss? How? She is your assistant, but she also owns the property that you stay at majority of the time. It says it right here. Owner Bridget. It was purchased in January 2022. And if you think that I'm lying, just go to Zillow. Zillow publishes public records anyway. You could just go to Zillow, just match it up. Just so happens that she happens to be the owner of the place that you were couch surfing on. And on top of that, when it's time for you to go to Atlanta, where the date's at? You listed for sale right here. In October. That's the same time that you were looking for a place in Atlanta. If that's not your bitch, I don't know who is. But we do know this. You ain't buying none of that shit. She is. You're a couch surfing piece of shit. And now you have been exposed. And the whole internet's going to pick this shit up. The entire internet's going to pick this up. Because you fucked with the real millionaire. You fucked with a motherfucker that can really pay somebody $10,000. That pay somebody $10,000 to motherfucking follow you around for 60 days. That's what you did. That's what you did. What boss do you know that puts the property that he stays at, in his bitch's name? Are you a boss or are you a bitch? I'm confused. You said you were the mayor of Las Vegas, but you didn't get reelected. Shout out to Worldwide Bachelor. He gave me that one. This is just, I mean, has to be the biggest scandal on YouTube history. Uncovering who Marquett is. And my thing is, why has nobody else figured this out? Why has nobody else figured out the grift? It was easy for me to do. I did it fairly easy. I just said, hello, private investigator, follow this motherfucker around for 60 days. End the call. End the call. Let's see what some of these notes are here. Okay. Yeah, I think we covered pretty much everything. I mean, at this point, it's just uncovered that you're a fucking lame and a scammer at heart. Oh, there was one thing. You know, like I said, Millionaire Bachelor, I don't really care that people are charging money online. I mean, you know, you charge money online for your time. If you're giving up your time, whatever, charge for it. I don't give a fuck. What I do care is that you were sitting up there and you were lying for your time. You were charging people $1,000 to go to a conference. Now, here's the thing. If you actually did everything you said you did, then yes, charge people $1,000. But you didn't. You didn't. When people bothered me and they doxed me, they found out, oh, he is a millionaire. When I looked into you and I didn't even dox you, I looked into you, I find out Bridget might be the millionaire. Bridget might be the fucking millionaire. And that's your assistant. Crazy work. Let's get into these super chats. Super chat that shit. Hell yeah. Super sticker. Yo, shout out to Chemical and shout out to Chemical. I appreciate it, man. What else we got, fellas?
Nah, if he lying and scamming about Vegas and ATL, what else is he lying about? It's like this is gonna open up Pandora's box right here.
Do you know of any circumstance in which a boss lives and sleeps on the couch and does production from his assistant's home? Do you know of any situations like that?
Nah, that's broke people moves.
You know, it's actually kind of funny, Marquette. You wage war with an actual millionaire, somebody that really has money to I really have it to put money in the streets. You were robbed once in Las Vegas, which you don't like to tell people about. But I think you should. I think you should tell people why you were robbed. I think you should tell people why you no longer have a Cash App. It's kind of funny. You scam Millionaire Bachelor on Cash App, now you don't have it. It's kind of funny. You scam Millionaire Bachelor out of $1,500 and you lost over $100. When are you going to get that back? You think I'm scared about those petty threats that you did online? Bitch, I'm really him in real life. No fake shit. I'm really him in real fucking life. I'm at the top. And anybody that knows me in any city that I'm in, they know this motherfucker is a tough cookie. He'll fucking shoot you, and then 2 seconds later, he'll listen to Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson. Oh, yeah. It gets like that. You fuck with the wrong one, man. And when everybody plays this back and they say, damn, I believed in him, I won't get a thank you from most people. You know why I won't get a thank you? I won't get a thank you because most people are going to be upset that their Jesus and their hero. It's not that. He's a scam artist. He's been LOB, living off a bitch this entire time. Gentlemen, what do you have for me? Project.
Yeah. I was gonna say one thing. Just give me a second, kind of getting my thoughts together. I mean, yeah, it's crazy that this guy's telling others, he's telling all of his followers like all this advice about business, but he himself is living on, his sugar mamas, like paychecks and houses, So it's just like, he finessed a lot of guys out of their time, Usually you would think like a female would waste your time or something, but Marquette literally stole the time from all these guys, and maybe even like put some of the guys in a bad financial situation because of the false advice he's been selling himself as. And the fact that this guy holds like a conference once a year and everybody has to pay $1,000 to attend a networking event, like that's some clown shit, that's just some clown shit right there.
Well, here, hold on. Let's put things in perspective. If you are who you say you are, you have every right to charge people whatever you want to charge them. If you are not who you say you are, you do not have the right to do that. You are lying. You are scamming your community. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people give these YouTubers flack for, getting super chats and doing all this other. I don't give them flack because it's a business. And I'll break it down to you guys so you guys can understand how much of a business it is. You get a W-9 from YouTube. A W-9 means that they file taxes on your behalf. If you continually, for 2 years, 3 years straight, file a complete loss on your YouTube, do you know you will be audited and they will look at you and they will say to you, are you money laundering? Because people that money launder, they start businesses and they put money into it, but they have no profit coming out. So it's deeper than most people think. These YouTubers actually have to make a profit if they don't want to be seen as they are money launderers. And there are individuals that might be actually money laundering from YouTube, but that's not my problem. That's not my issue. I don't give a fuck about that. But I'm just letting you know that it makes sense for somebody to want to make money based on the things that they've put out and the things that they have, broadcasted. It's time. It's fucking effort. I get it. But what I'm saying is you can't be a scammer selling a fake persona and you're not that. And all of this information, none of this information would have come out if you didn't steal from me and then go on fucking YouTube and tell people you robbed me. I wouldn't have said anything. I knew this information 60 days ago. I knew about Cooley having a baby mom. I knew that long before it came out. I know about Andrew Wilson and his comment farms. I know all that shit is fake over there. I know all these motherfuckers. Whenever I come in the industry, I study all these motherfuckers. You fuck with the real one. And this is what happens when you fuck with the real one. They pull your card, man. You just got your card pulled. That's all. That's all. We found out that that's your bitch. Claim her. The world wants you to claim her. That's your bitch. The bitch that look like Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's your bitch. If anybody in the live chat wants to come on stage, you let me know. Because, I mean, to me, this is the open and shut case. This guy claims that he's so much of a boss, he employs this person, but it comes to be found out that his bitch is supposedly his assistant that owns an $835,000 home that she bought in 2012 for his ass, that he's been couch surfing on. And when he moves to Atlanta, he had to move because Millionaire Bachelor ran him out. Well, hypothetically speaking, I don't know if that's true or not. Well, I'm just saying he got robbed and, he got arrested, which really led to all of this stuff, because once you get arrested, a lot of your public information is put out there. Listen, man, watch who you fuck with. That's my message to a lot of people. Watch who you fuck with. Don't steal anybody's money, because when you steal somebody's money that's 1,000 times ahead of you in terms of money, in terms of position in life, I got more connections than you. You don't. I've been doing this for 15 years. You just started scamming people less than 4 years ago. You don't think I know people in Vegas? You don't think I know people in Atlanta? I know people in majority of these fucking states. People that are at high places. I already told you. My mansion is in Manhattan. My mansion is in Philadelphia. My mansion is in DC. Those are the scariest places to have mansions in, because the people that have mansions in those places are pretty powerful people. They can choose to be anywhere they want to be, but they chose to be in those places, and that's for a reason. It's for a real reason. You fuck with the wrong one, and now everybody's going to ask themselves, is Marquett telling the truth? You don't got to take my word for it. All of this is public information. You can go to Zillow and check out who owns what. You can go to Zillow and see when it was purchased, how much it was purchased for. I'm surprised that the motherfuckers that beef with him didn't figure this out before me. I'm just sitting back looking at these fucking stacks of 100 pages, and I'm like, damn, why has nobody else figured this out? Why hasn't anybody figured this out? Sad. This is a sad case of a scammer getting exposed. Very sad. Very sad and fucking deed. And I'm just trying to find ways that I can even justify the actions that he's done. I can't find one. I can't find one legitimate reason for you to have scammed all of these people, Marquett. But unfortunately, that time has come. Millionaire Bachelor says, fuck you. Oh, wait, we got somebody here. Let's hear what Shamor has to say. Hello?
You can hear me?
Very, very low. You're very, very low. Turn it up a little bit.
Hold on. Is that any better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, so just real quick, I was watching and I was wondering, is it a possibility? I'm pretty neutral here. Just wondering. Sure. Is it possible that he just didn't know how to use a trust, and he gave up his anonymity and he just decided, maybe it was a quick play to let his girl name be on the legal property?
I'm glad you brought that up. Put your phone on mute right now so I can answer your question. Are you done your question?
I didn't see anything in your evidence that kind of
Wait.
negated that possibility.
No. I'm about to answer your question. Can you hear me?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hearing
All
you.
right. Just put your phone on mute so I can answer it. Okay. So the thing about Marquett is for the last 3 years, he's actually stated that he's a boss. He's a person that owns all of this property. Now you're saying, what's the possibility of him not understanding a deed? Well, the thing that he said to his public and the thing that he said to his people and his following is that Bridget is an employee, and that he specifically stated that Bridget is not his girlfriend. Bridget is his employee. And he also put it out as if that was his home. That's not his home. That is his girlfriend, and he's been couch surfing off of her. Now, if you don't understand how to put your name in a deed of trust, then why are you telling people that you're worth $50 million? A person that's worth $50 million understands how to use a deed of trust. Now, what do you have to say to that?
To clarify, what I was saying is not that he didn't understand what a deed of trust is that he didn't understand what or like a deed, like how to put your name on what is it called, like a piece of property. I was saying specifically how a trust gives you anonymity, so you wouldn't know anybody's name, period. So that's why I was saying the difference between that. He probably didn't know that, but he still wanted some distance between himself and the property, so he at least gave his girl.
So, but here's the thing. He told his whole entire congregation that that's not his girl. He told her that.
Well, I apologize for saying that. Then, like I said, I'm just seeing my outside point of view.
So let me. I love that.
If it's not his girl, it doesn't matter. It's just somebody who.
No. Let me speak on it. Let me speak on it real quick. So the reason why this is so crucial is because he has said for the last 3 years that Bridget is not his girlfriend and that's just his employee. So he's literally stated that he is her boss, but in actuality, she owns that property. And Bridget makes about $150,000 being a director of executive recruitment. I won't tell the company, but she is the person that's been financing him. That is the issue. A person that has over $50 million, you cannot use an excuse as, I didn't know how to put something in the property. A person doesn't get to 50 million. This is what he's saying. He's claiming that he has $50 million. If you have $50 million, you know how to buy a home and put it inside of an LLC. If you don't know how to do that, you don't have $50 million. I mean, come on. And he said he came from the bottom. So that means that he would be new money. New money understands the laws even more than old money because they had to go through it. It's a whole lie. And I'm glad you're playing devil's advocate. What say you?
So just to clarify one more time, a lot of people don't know how to use a trust, and all the benefits of a private trust. So,
okay, I appreciate it.
I wouldn't think that the average businessman at all,
Okay. Yeah, man, I had to honestly say the truth. Yo, I appreciate you coming out, Shamar. Thank you so much. But I gotta ask you to leave because, if you make $50 million, there's no way in hell that you don't know how to put something inside of a trust. There's no way in hell that you don't know how to put something inside of an LLC. That's bullshit. We have to stop making excuses for these scammers and we got to call them out for what they are. $50 million is not an easy feat. It's not easy. If you make $50 million, you got to understand how to create an LLC. If you want to hide your identity for a property, you put it in an LLC. It's the same concept. So how do you make $50 million? What's that?
No, MB, this worldwide. No, once you reach a certain net worth, you start moving in different circles. It means you got lawyers, you got accountants, you got financial advisors. So you can't plead ignorance on that if you really worth 50 million.
Well, clearly he's not worth 50 million because clearly his bitch that he doesn't want to claim is his bitch. Let me put her back on the screen. His bitch that's not really his bitch, quote unquote, is a person that is his sugar mama. She's the person that makes the money. He's been living off a bitch this whole time. This bitch look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Her teeth ain't even motherfucking straight. The fuck out of here. Call it out. You've been couch surfing, bitch. You've been couch surfing. Can't nobody cape. Can't nobody cap. There's no way out of this. There's no way out of this, boy. We got you. Damn, bro, you're growing real quick. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to you, Work Academics, because I put money behind my name. This ain't by chance. I put money behind my name, and we were doing marketing campaigns right now. Directly with Google. We're doing marketing campaigns. We're targeting keywords. A motherfucker that search Satan the Center, you're going to see me pop up, motherfucker. When you fucking with a person at the top, I don't think like a lot of motherfuckers. I'm not leaving it up to chance that this YouTube channel blows up. No. We're going to strategically place money behind this shit and get it to blow up. Fuck you, Satan the Center. We found out that you're a fake. We found out that you're a fraud. God damn. Damn. Say it ain't. You didn't even buy the furniture. Can you believe he didn't even buy the furniture? Can y'all believe that? Look at this. These are the before photos. You didn't even buy the furniture. You told everybody that you got this, these couches imported from here and there. You didn't even buy it. These are the before you rented the home. The home is owned by Brookhaven Retreat LLC. You are a scammer. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Somebody help this motherfucker. God damn, this Manhattan is amazing. I put a couple olives in here, man. Most people don't like olives, but olives is just an acquired taste, I like olives. Oh, did you guys have something else to say?
Yeah, don't forget, I think it's YouTube made him take it down, but I think he went to Africa maybe like a couple of years ago and tried to do like a documentary, make it look like it was filmed by British Broadcasting. What's that
BBC.
network that does documentaries?
BBC.
Yeah. He tried to make it seem like they were interviewing him, but of course he was lying. And I believe YouTube made him take it down. And also, remember there's other YouTubers that exposed him before on his shenanigans and brought it to light. So now just like you're putting like the nail in the coffin.
Let
Because
me ask you a question. Have the other YouTubers ever exposed him to this level?
Nah, they kept it surface level, but you've done a deep dive on them.
And Project Bachelor, you actually once were a Satan the Center fan a long time ago. Tell the people. Project.
Yeah. Hey guys. Yeah. So, I used to follow Satan the Sinner. This was before I met MB. And then whenever, MB first did the stream with Marquett and got scammed out of the money, I realized, Marquett was a scammer. And MB, I actually listened to all of his talks, and he would give us like solid financial advice, dating advice that we can actually apply to real life and make a difference in our life. Versus Marquett, with his advice, I never really got that far anywhere, not even financially. Like he talked about all the businesses and all that stuff he owned, but in reality, like Millionaire Bachelor just exposed Marquett, and we can see that Marquett does not own any of the stuff he says he does. And then if you're a follower of him, then you should like quickly rethink and not follow him anymore. And you should listen to MB because MB's been keeping it real. And if you're really going to make a difference in your life, you got to listen to MB. Unless, you want to be a scammer like Marquett,
Everybody hit the like button. Listen, Work Academic says you are inspirational. Much respect to you. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm not sitting up here and going to let these people play with my name when they got faulty shit on their name. Why is this shit not working? Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm not going to let anybody play with my fucking name when they got fucking mud on theirs. Absolutely not. And I'm glad you brought that up. I can tell you how to get rich in 30 seconds. Watch this. You go to a major city, you go to an area that has matured, that's already matured, and preferably on the Northeast, where the cost for the price per square footage is usually higher. You go to that area. Let's say it's a more established area. You go to the area that's right next to it. That's right next to it. You invest in that area, which is usually going to be 50% less. You buy, and in a couple of years, it's going to appreciate, and it's going to get returns similar to that of the more mature neighborhood. You then take that equity out. You go to your bank. You ask for equity. They're going to give you 70% of whatever that equity is. You take that equity money out, and you keep doing it. Now, here's the thing. It's all about calculated risk. You have to understand where you're purchasing at. You have to understand the history of it. Obviously, for instance, for issues like COVID, you can't protect for that. You can't protect for that. But that's a once in 100 year situation. But literally, I just told you the very thing that people have been doing for hundreds of years. It's no secret. When you look at Millionaire Bachelor and I tell you how to get wealthy, there is no secret. It's actually really simple. If you ask somebody how to get wealthy and you don't understand, you understand less leaving the conversation than you do going into the conversation, motherfucker's a scam artist. Motherfucker's a scam artist. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, and the fact that whenever Andrew Tate got out of jail, I think he told a reporter he'll only do he'll only do an interview with the reporter if the reporter brings him some chocolate and begs at the gate. And the crazy thing is Marquett actually came out to that gate and brought chocolates, and he still got turned down by Andrew.
Oh, somebody asked me to put back up the Hunchback. Absolutely. Hold on. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm glad you guys asked that. There she is. Go ahead, continue.
I mean, yeah, that's about it. Like Marquett's a scammer, and everyone that's smart should stop, looking at his content because he's obviously, been exposed already. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I mean, this is the craziest. To me, this is the craziest. If I'm looking at it from a businessman, anybody that understands business, they understand that he's completely 1,000% just a fraud. Because if you have an assistant, you don't put your business in your assistant's name. That is crazy. If you go to imagine somebody at a Fortune 500 company has an executive assistant, and then they say to the executive assistant, "Hey, let me put this company in your name." You'll never fucking hear that. That is a scam artist and a scam tactic. And on top of that, you have to have some type of personal relationship with this woman to trust her enough to do that. And the only way that you can trust a woman enough to do something like that is you gotta be fucking. You gotta be fucking. If you want to go with the lie and say you gave her money to put up, she could have ran off with that house. And it's 100% in her name. So you gotta be fucking. So guess what? We done checkmated you. Because if you say that, hey, you gave her the money, that means you fucking her. You're checkmated. Any way you go, this lie. See, when you're dealing with really, really intelligent people, they get you down logically to a point where you can't refute. And any way you go, it's still going to be a checkmate. We've checkmated you. It's over. The grift is over. I don't give a fuck if this video doesn't get 1 million views. I don't care. I am the person that cracked the saint and the scammer. It was me. It was me. Shout out to you. I came back to the islands. I am the person that cracked the saint and the scammer. And this is what happens when you fuck with individuals that really, 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 really have what they say. People that I literally created my entire world based off of my mind and my mind alone. You created your entire world off of a couch from a bitch that looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! Somebody help him. Somebody help him. Millionaire Bachelor. In my wildest dreams, I knew that I was going to be victorious in this world. I knew I was going to be victorious in this war. And unfortunately, at the top, you have winners and you have losers. In this case, Marquett is the loser. Should we go back through the evidence again? Do you think we should go back through the evidence again, guys?
Yeah, I think we should show the newer people that just joined in one more time.
I think you're right. For everybody that's joined in, I'm going to wrap it up very succinctly. And give me a second. Let me put this on. Let me put this on here. Obviously, I can't put the videos because if, on the back end, what happens from YouTube is he can actually have an ability to flag my video if I put too much of his content on there. So I don't want to do that again. But we're going to go back into the evidence. And we're going to start from Atlanta. Guy said that he owns a place. Okay, that's a Zillow one. I mean, you guys can screenshot that if you want to. But the guy says he owns a place out in Atlanta. We found out that was a lie. It was owned by Brookhaven Mountain Retreat. The guy said that he furnished this place elaborately. We figured out that was a lie. We found this shit on apartmentfinder.com. Can you believe it? The place was already fucking furnished, you fucking liar. We got the layout of the house, and you know what's funny? So from Zillow, he actually tried to remove the photos. So that means that he contacted the company that he rented the place from, off of you guys' super chats, by the way. He told them to remove the photos. So that's why you don't see any extra photos here. But we dug a little bit deeper because we have access to something called MLS. And that's only for realtors. Only realtors have that information. We have access to something known as MLS. You're fucked, dude. You went to war with a person that is legitimately a real estate fucking titan. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so then we go. Oh, he's a Democrat. He was registered Democrat because he lived in Baltimore for a while.